Hey, what's up, y'all? So I'm back with another Road to CCNA video. And in this video, we covered DHCP, or Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So DHCP uses port 67 UDP for servers and 68 for clients. It allows in-hosts to find out different things about their network, such as their DNS server, their subnet mask, their IP address, and their default gateway. Now, there's a process that these in-hosts go through in order to dynamically learn all these things about their network. The process is called DORA, which is discover, offer, request, and acknowledge. So it starts off with the in-host basically sending the DHCP discover message like, hey, anyone out here got an IP address I could use? And then the first server to respond to it is typically what it'll end up going with. So the server will respond with the offer, the DHCP offer, like, hey, I got this address for you right here. And then the in-host will respond with a request, a DHCP request message like, oh, I like this IP address, let me get this off of you. And then that's when the server will respond with a DHCP ACK message. Now in this ACK message, there'll be a lease time. So whenever the in-host doesn't want to use the IP address anymore, they can send I'm forgetting the name of it, DHCP release. They can send a DHCP release message when they're done with it. So on top of everything that we learned about DHCP, we learned on a router how to configure a router as a DHCP server, a DHCP client, and a DHCP relay agent, which is probably the most common out of the other two. So a lot of times in large enterprise networks, they'll use a centralized DHCP server, and they're not able to receive the broadcast messages or the DHCP discover messages from all the connected subnets. So we'll configure a DHCP relay agent to send those broadcast messages out as a unicast to the connecting routers that's connected to that server. That way, all the IP addresses can get assigned to in-hosts in the WAN. Let me add though, the DHCP release isn't really connected to the lease time. That's just if they want to end that, contract a little bit early. But the lease time is for basically how long they're assigned that IP address. So once that time is up, they'll be disconnected from the network and they'll have to send another DHCP request or do a DHCP renew. But yeah, overall, pretty fun lesson today over a very important network protocol. We use this all the time, and we have a lab to get into. So let's put what we just learned to the test. Starting with one, we're going to configure some DHCP pools, pool 1, pool 2, and pool 3. So let's get right to it. Now we are reserving this IP address range with the DHCP exclude address. So .1 through .10. Forgot the IP. Forgot the extra D and excluded. There we go. Same thing with this one. We are reserving that 0.1 to 0.10, but in the 2.0 range now. There we go. Now for the last one, R3, this is just one address, 0.1. Okay, so I created DHCP pool 1, this one right here, and I assigned the DNS server, the domain name, and the default router, which is the router of this interface, R1. So 203.0.113.2.2. Okay, so I went and did it for pool 2. I forgot to do the network command. I'm about to go back and fix it. Now in the lesson, we were doing it with a /24 as part of the command. That wasn't working for me for some reason, so I just decided to express it in this way, the /24, so 255.255.255.0. So I'm about to go and do the same thing for DHCP pool 1. Okay, DHCP pool 1, the network right there. The network command on pool 3. Got it. Now we are right here. We are going to configure R1's G00 interface as a DHCP client. All right, this is the command we need to configure this interface as a DHCP client. All right, I just did a no shutdown command, and we are assigned an IP address 203.0.113.2 with this subnet mask, host name R1. Next, we're going to configure R1 as a DHCP relay agent for the 192.168.1.0 subnet. And the rule is that subnet that we're acting as a relay agent for, we're going to activate it on that interface closest to that subnet. So since we're going for this subnet here, we're going to do it on this interface right here because it's connected to it. Here goes the command right here. Now we're on the last one. Use the CLI of PC1 and PC2 to make them request an IP address for their DHCP server. And we're going to do that with the ipconfig renew command. So I'm about to head to PC1 and PC2 and do those. ipconfig renew on PC2. Let's see. All right, so we got our DHCP message back. So that's PC2. I tried it on PC1. I was not getting my DHCP requests back, but I figured out the issue. I had the wrong IP address for this. I did the 203 network one. This is the correct one, so I'm about to fix that. After doing some more digging, I realized I made another mistake and I had the wrong helper address configured. So it's actually 203.0.113 instead of the 192 address that I had. So we're about to do that and we're going to give it a go now. Yes, finally, after all these failed attempts, you figured it out. Appreciate y'all.